As humans, we're pretty advanced right now. Technologically, anyways. I mean, I'm currently using a computer to make a YouTube video that is hundreds of times more powerful than what was used for the Apollo moon missions. Yeah, shit's awesome. But I feel like we've hit a point where humans are capable of amazing, astonishing, absolutely incredible feats of the most outrageous bullshittery you could ever comprehend. And you know what? I feel like talking about one of those right now. So let's get to it then, shall we? For today's project, we have the Superscreen. This thing has way too many backers for me not to get some hate comments on this video. Alright, let's just go ahead and end my YouTube career.
We spend countless hours creating and consuming content. From sharing updates and playing games, to watching our favorite shows, we connect to content and each other with the power of our smartphones.
Okay, cool. What's wrong with that?
But why do we let their small screens make our content feel small?
So your complaint is that a smartphone, a device solely designed for a small form factor and portability, is too small for content viewing. You understand that most YouTube viewership comes from mobile phones, right?
Because smartphone screens can only get so big and tablets have limited functionality.
No, they don't. Most tablets can do pretty much everything a smartphone can do. As a matter of fact, some tablets nowadays are even more powerful than low-powered laptops. Just take a look at tablets like the Nvidia Shield, a tablet designed solely for gaming.
Until now, meet Superscreen, the world's first portable touchscreen that wirelessly turns your smartphone into a full-screen tablet and more.
Wait, you just claimed that tablets have limited functionality when compared to smartphones. Why would you want to turn a smartphone into a tablet? Isn't that kind of backwards?
Just download the Superscreen app to your phone and turn on your Superscreen. That's it. Superscreen will display exactly what you see on your smartphone screen, so you can use your phone's apps, bookmarks, data, Wi-Fi, and mobile connection. No clouds, wires, file transfers, or paid contracts.
Okay, I've seen enough. This is the stupidest idea I have ever heard of. What this is supposed to be is a screen, not a tablet, just a screen that wirelessly connects to your phone to give you a larger display. That's it! Now, some of you might be asking, why don't you just go out and buy a tablet? Honestly, I had the exact same question. The only answer I could give was that the Superscreen is probably cheaper than just going out and buying a full tablet. That way, if you don't really need a full tablet and you just want to substitute a tablet with your smartphone, you can. But no! This thing is going to retail for almost $300. I could get a good Chromebook for that. So there we go. Idea is stupid as shit. Can't get any worse than that, right? What if I could prove that it doesn't exist? That's right, they ain't got shit. They are selling air. They have no product. Alright, I'm going to have to be very, very careful in the way I go about this. If I leave any doubt available, some people might actually see this video and go back their project just because they think I'm lying. So, to the best of my ability, here goes nothing. First, let's take a second look at that prototype they showed us in their pitch video. Look familiar? It'll certainly look familiar to anyone that owns a Samsung Galaxy Tab S2, because that's exactly what it is. Now you might be asking, why a Samsung tablet? That's because it has screen mirroring. That's right. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S2 does exactly what they claim the Superscreen can do. But wait a minute, Samsung Galaxy tablets can only screen mirror with Samsung Galaxy phones. How would they get it to work with their phones? Oh wait, they are using a Samsung Galaxy phone. Let's just zoom in here. Yep. Do you see that tape? Guess what that tape's covering up? That tape's covering up the Samsung logo. Now you might be saying that maybe he just covered up the Samsung logo so he wouldn't be blatantly showing off Samsung's product in his video. And you know what? I would accept that. That would make sense. Or it would make sense if they didn't use that exact same phone and that exact same tablet in every video ever showing off the Superscreen. Seriously. There it is again. Also, I'd like to point out in this video, he claims there's no latency between the Superscreen and the phone. But I mean, look at that. Certainly looks like latency to me. Now, this in itself would be bad enough, right? They're selling something that doesn't exist. That's the worst possible scam you could make. Whatever could make it worse? Oh, I know! What if I could prove that that $2 million that they've raised is almost all fraudulent? Now, here's the part that I have to be careful about. You can't just go around claiming things are fraud. That's a legal term. I could get my ass sued off for that. So I'm not claiming they have taken part in any amount of fraud. They're not doing anything criminal. I'm not claiming they're doing anything illegal. Here's what I'm claiming. On the date of April 14th, according to kicktrack.com, from 63 backers, they raised $100,500. That is an average of $1,600 per backer for a product that at the time would only cost someone $120. So no, I'm not claiming it's fraud. I just happen to know bullshit when I see it. You have a nice day, guys. I have work to do.